want everyone who's looking for the truth, what's up there on the moon, to, I'm asking you to trust me. Trust me on this, that the fact I am posting raw material footage, I am posting photos of the surface of the moon, there are geometrical shapes, there's no trickery. And I'm not insulted, not even a little bit, guys, from the skepticals and the disbelievers, and a lot of the very religious people that come to my channel. A lot. Now, respect to you all. Absolutely. I know what religion is. I've been to church before. I've been to Sunday school before. But as I grew up, I've always believed in freedom of speech, and I've always believed, and now be careful, freedom of speech is not hate speech. But hate speech is distinguished when somebody is in disagreement with someone and what he is saying, he or she is saying. They'll say that's hate speech because I hate what you're saying. Where's the middle? Where's the right and the wrong? There's always another side of the story. There's always another view. There's always another way someone's going to see the entire situation. Getting along on the surface, not easy. And look what we're looking at on the moon. How can anyone think this is not an installation? Turn your head to the right. Completely to the right. Now look at the top, which is the top right of this picture. The structure's leaving right now. Hundreds of them, massive. Look at the bridge on the bottom right here with the two white specks. It leads off downwards towards other lights at the bottom there. That white top that you see, the white everywhere that you are seeing, I'm not talking about the bright lights, but the spider web-like tops are corridors passing from city to city. The number of species that are on the moon is undetermined. That's all I'm going to say. 40? 30? I don't know if it's disclosure. Alien disclosure this afternoon. I saw a video. Darlene actually sent me a video, but no, it was something pretty amazing about talking about the surface of the moon, about this man having information about the surface being inhabited, separated like here on Earth with several countries and different species, that it's sort of a no man's land, that they're not allowed to intertwine or to cross over any of the boundaries. It's strictly location by location. You know, different areas that you when you're on the moon, you have to land in a certain area. You can't go anywhere else. So it would make sense when you think of it that if one of the astronauts or any astronaut from Earth here did land on the moon, if they could have, it would be possible that if they landed in their proper area, seeing that maybe they had made contact with a higher being or whatever, another species, or whoever is ruling outer space, you can be sure as hell if someone's ruling Earth, someone's ruling the other planets. If not, we'd be far out from now. I'm sure NASA would have probably been inhabiting right now Saturn. Saturn's moons, apparently forbidden zone. I heard again on this video that no Earth ship bound to any constellation or planet or moon has the right to approach the moons of Saturn. Why? Okay, so you're wondering, what the heck is Bruce talking about? He's lost it. He's seen too many spots of light on the moon, and he's lost it. Nope, it's actually not that. There's a guy talking about the surface of the moon and the constellations and deep space projects, but secret space programs. Now, do they exist? I think we can say today that obviously they could possibly exist, deep space programs. We know Sputnik 1 went and took photos, a complete entire photographic satellite images of the dark side of the moon. And this was way back in 57. Now, this guy is talking about the 1930s, which I had assumed. Early 1900s, I would not be surprised the end of the 1800s. But during the Depression, it's the 1930s. So I guess somebody had gone up to the moon. And not just the moon, we're also talking about Mars. This man is talking about a long time ago, many lives lost in deep space secret programs. Pioneers, as they said in the video. You know, the pioneers of space, right? The first men, the first people to risk their lives to go out into nowhere, basically. Okay, they have to have the right readings of these areas. They have to know exactly how much um, distance they're going to travel. They have to know what speed to travel, what's going to happen to the spacecraft traveling at various speeds. What are they going to encounter along the way? How are they going to communicate back? How are they going to remain safe? And how they're not going to get. I mean, it doesn't end. And this is not something that's planned in a matter of a year or even 10, 20 years. Apparently, it's been going on for 225,000 years. I know it's hard. All this information is not for everyone. But we're gonna have to start waking up real fast because I tell you what, it's going to be very soon that we're going to start hearing NASA and many countries explaining um, a new a new way of living on the surface of Earth, a new law, if you want. But it's not. It might not be as bad as we think, and the story could maybe have been distorted, or maybe not, of course. Like we've seen a lot of things happen on Earth, frauds, money stolen from the people, etc. All these government issues and people in the government that were stealing from the people and they got caught. We hear it every day. We hear it in Canada, United States. We hear it in many countries. But this is serious, guys. Deep space programs, okay? Why and what are they doing? There are possibly people living on Mars and that have been living on Mars for a very, very long time. Now, guys, listen to me, everyone. Bear with me. Why do you think there are so many YouTube channels working 24/7? I swear, 24/7. Thousands, thousands of channels. And some of them have never even been viewed, like mine, for example. But no, I'm not comparing myself to the many other great channels. And look, I haven't seen them all. I don't know myself. I, for one, started doing all this work. Look at this in color. Beautiful. I, for one, started doing the work, guys, on my own and am fascinated with my creations of videos, etc., that I'm showing the surface. And I've been looking at only my work. I haven't really been aside from what people are sharing me links, etc. I thank you all. Well, that's aside from that, I don't really view other material. So to make a long story short, when I get a bigger telescope, and this is why I started a fundraiser um, page to be able to view this city, for example, that we see right here, the bridges. You agree with me, everyone? I mean, look bottom right. It's a very, very massive installation. This is the biggest object or installation I have ever seen, and I believe is on the surface of the moon. and it's on Earth's side also. So think of that. It's absolutely amazing that it's on the side of Earth and that we're not seeing it. Well, obviously we're not seeing it because it's gray on gray, right? You don't see color in space. When you start studying about space and you start learning all these things, it doesn't take a university degree to understand what's going on and or what is about to happen, or maybe in 100, 1,000 years. I don't know. I don't think 100 or 1,000 years. I think we're going to see some major changes in less than 30 years. Major, and I mean the change. Okay, and I'm hoping it's not going to be a catastrophic event, and more or less it would be maybe a catastrophic event on Earth, but after we have taken everyone away from Earth and placed them on maybe two or three different planets, depending on their, I don't know, ethnic groups, age, I don't know what they want to do. Currency, it's going to be abolished. You know, there's different terms for this. I'm sure, I'm positive. We've all heard of the NWO, the New World Order. What is the New World Order? I've heard so many things. I've heard that Canada, Mexico, and the United States of America are going to become one country, and that there's going to be a currency made for the three countries that are now one country united. I've also heard and seen throughout many countries in the United States, as especially tanks, armored vehicles, on trains by the thousands weekly. I've seen them on roads, on highways in the States, the United States, all over. They're going by train, exposed, not even covered, just brand new vehicles. It's absolutely going unnoticed, and I don't know why, because these are big things happening. An anonymous donor, $25 donation. Another donation. These are the channel contributors, guys. All these people are giving me a hand. All you guys are giving me a hand, the subscribers too. I love you guys. I thank you very much, and I'm very grateful for the help that you're giving me and to my channel. Guys, when we get the 14-inch telescope or the 16-inch telescope, I promise you, you're not going to regret it. And I will forever keep this channel free and wait and see what we're going to find.